one would always be a bit reticent about claiming a world first. However, everyone at Microsoft tells us it's so I'm prepared to take their word on that. Metia is about two things. We're about experiences and effectiveness. We build digital experiences for our client organisations, and we build lots of analytics around that whole process that can show an organisation what's working, what's not working.
For the project for Mass Effect 2, we effectively looked at a way of getting the high quality media that the game developers produced and actually put that into a format that we can get across to the end user to help sell the game.
Electronic Arts clearly invest a huge amount of time and resource and energy in building a new game. We immediately thought about using Silverlight in a very innovative way in order to mirror the in-game experience within the media and the banner advertising that was planned around it.
One of the great things that we really were interested in achieving was having this rich experience in an ad that the user didn't need to leave the page for. They didn't need to be convinced to actually click through to something. We could actually dish out this content without them even leaving the page. We used the entire expression suite. I think I'd happily say that I was a fan of the tools. There's so few aspects to it now that need any sort of improvement.
I think for me, smooth streaming is really kind of the best tool I've seen around for a very long time.
It's something that allowed us to stream HD quality video to everyone smoothly, easily. And it also meant that there's something like Deep Zoom, a technology that you can take a 1.2 gigabyte image and break it down and allow anyone on any connection to sort of zoom in and see massive amounts of detail. It was a bit of a no-brainer, really.
The great thing is being able to kind of have Visual Studio and expression, and kind of the collaboration you have with a designer. Traditionally, you would give the designer to go through, create the assets, develop them, take those on, make changes, send them back. Whereas kind of using those two tools together, you have that constant collaboration as well.
Using a grid layout as an example, it means that we can throw a whole heap of UI together quite quickly. If things change or over time we need to add or remove components, the grid sort of allows you to do that quite easily. And it means that the project flexes, you don't lose a lot of time with it. It also means that you can skin up the controls within that same structure really, really quickly and use the same structure all the way through to the end. Adding and removing components as necessary.
Gamers are really passionate, they have really high expectations, so we were really pleased and happy, and I know EA Games were as well, with the feedback that we got from the gaming community.
People who clicked into the ad, the dwell time was massive, so they got into the experience and they stayed there for around 5 minutes, which was amazing for us.
I think it just demonstrates that Silverlight can be used for rich, interactive applications, but also it can be done with ads and also delivering really high definition content, which I think is really key for the ad world these days.
If you can get in and really start to see what it can do, it sort of does its own explaining.